Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to model in the head and then the neck area, and then we will attach the ear. So let's get to it. What we need to do is rearrange this chin area so that we can manage the flow of the polygon here. So what we got to do here is take this row out, delete it, and now we're going to really have to manage this chin area to fit towards the neck. So let's do it this way. I want this flow to go down towards the neck area, so we'll just do it like this. And keep in mind that my reference doesn't really match from front to left, but we'll have to eyeball that. Okay, so this flow comes all the way down here, and I want this chin to come down this way. It's going to be messy at first, so like this. So that goes all the way down here. This one comes all the way down as well. So what we do here is just got to really manage it. Maybe I went too far, so maybe bring it back over a bit. Alright, manage this up more, even it up. Make it all curvy. Alright, so what we have now is just a simple flow. So we still keep his face proportions, and that chin is not really adding up, right? But we'll maybe what we can do for now is just match up this side view at the moment, and then later on we'll match up this area. But it's gonna look pretty ugly, but we'll just have to do it anyways, just to keep things up and straight. Okay, so his face is gonna look really funny looking. And this should go down to the neck, like this maybe. We have to keep in mind that his face has volume, so we don't want none of this straight edge here this way. So I'm looking for like this sort of thing, not too much though, just to give him a bit more of a volume on his face, sort of like that. Okay, let's fill it up. This can go down towards the neck area. Maybe we'll bring it down like that or something. Just close her up, going this way. And you just manage it a bit more. So maybe that goes here maybe, and that can come over here. This can come down a bit. We're gonna have to really fake his jawline as well. We're not gonna model straight this way and then go up that way. We're just gonna have to just really fake it, I think. Still, the jawline will still be there. It's not as strong, but he'll have one. All right, so I think we got his chin roughly shaped out. Flow's coming over here towards that way. The eye comes down towards the bottom of the chin, and this part goes right down to the chin area. Okay, so that's all right. Now let's continue on with the top of the forehead. We will give him a reference point. It's sort of like planning our steps ahead. So like this here. 1, 2. Just keep going on, and then you just fix it up. Don't want to have things really close together because it'll look really funny if you have that symmetry over. Eventually we're gonna have to close this off as well, so I'm talking about maybe this edge here will round her off, or maybe this one will round her off. I'll show you in a bit. Looks like he has a weird head, eh? It's like all flat and top, and maybe I think it's just his hair that's giving us that illusion. Okay. Let's keep her, bring her down roughly. Yeah, give it one more to go, and I think we'll end it here maybe. Let's see. Yeah, add it there. Looks like my references are in a way. Let's push those out more, so they're not in my way when I'm looking at the back of his head. Okay, so rough it out. Let's see. Bring this out more. Maybe that can come out just a wee bit. I think the back of the head is wider, just a slightly than the front. So round it off a bit, sort of like this. Alright, so let's bring this side over there maybe. Let's see, what do we do? Alright, let's just really rough it in here again. Oopsie daisy. Okay, one more and then we'll just close her off by welding that to the back of the head. Okay, so maybe make his back of the head more round. Even this up a bit. Okay. her off. Make everything even so that nothing's really close to each other. Alright, what I'm looking at here maybe is thinking of maybe closing her off on the top. Like, I'll show you in a bit. Just gotta clean this up. Alright, so this guy here, let's bring her over and weld that over like this. And we will, I think this is the last step on this one, like this. And this is going to be our turning point. That'll fit towards the back of the head. So what we do is enter it over here like this, so that this one can continue on and go up that way, and we'll finish it off over there. So again, make everything even. Make sure everything's rounded off. Looks alright to me. Alright, hang on a second. Speed things up by doing 3 more like this. And you just fix it up. Make everything nice and even. Yeah, it's gonna go up that way. And you can bring this back more maybe. Okay, front view. I believe it's like this. Close it off. Alright, so now just fill in a gap right here. I guess the easiest way by doing that is just do everything all at once and then weld her up. Looks like I have one too many. That's okay. We need more here anyways for the ear, right? Because the ear has so much geometry. Okay, so make it pretty. I don't have a make it pretty button here, sorry. Okay, pretty much you're just gonna eyeball things together now, so do your best judgment here. Make sure everything's even throughoutly. Very important. I don't know why, but it all adds up towards the end. we'll probably need another division here towards the eye to get more loops towards the ear. So we'll possibly all that up. Enable turbo smooth and see how that looks like. Looks like a nice skull. Could be better. Alright, we know that his chin's a bit long as well, so we're working on the side at the moment. We'll fix that later. Oh jeez. Alright, so let's go this way. Bring this back more. Maybe we can bring this back more too. Even it up. Once you edit this side, I think you'd have to do the front as well. Or you go to perspective mode and clean up the rest that look funny. Okay. He looks funny anyways. Alright, so we got it this far. We know that his ear's here. We're gonna have to really compensate the depth of that ear. Really depends on how deep his ear is here. Then again, his ear doesn't really match, so you gotta really pretty much eyeball at this point. Should it be like that or something? Really depends. Don't worry about that. It's another headache. Okay, let's just continue on and modeling the neck muscle area, and we'll go as far as up to here, I believe, and after that we'll attack the ear. So what do we do? The ear. Let's continue on this way. I'm gonna target well down this way. This will give the jaw illusion, I believe. If you position it right. A lot of fiddling, right? So just gotta make it pretty, I guess, you know. Because I think that goes right there. It comes in like that. I think that the beginning of the muscle area, and that this part here goes, I think, towards the Adam's apple, but his is there and his is way up there, so go figure, right? I'll figure that later. Let's close this up. Drift and drag, target well here, match it up. Really depends. Alright, so that was one. As you can see, the illusion of the jaws there. You can make it more pronounced by pushing these edges in more. So like this. We'll get to that later. We need more polys to determine that shape. Okay, so let's continue on by adding this muscle in by going down over here. Alright. And this should match the top because it's going to go right there, and then this one's going to be behind the muscle. Okay, so try to weld. What we're doing here is just creating an illusion of this muscle here. So there maybe. Then we'll really have to manage the flow later. Here it goes like this. Oh, it should go over here like that. Yes, something like this. You really gotta bring that down, almost like a straight line. And then you just taper off towards the what do you call that? The clavicle bone, and that, which I think is down here, I believe. And then we'll have to manage this flow later, so we'll get to it when we get there. Let's close her off. And we'll worry about that later. Weld it up. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be a bit messy at the moment. So that's the beginning of the neck muscle. And we'll really have to manage this area up later. And have to give him that jawline illusion, I believe. And I don't know where it begins, so maybe it's right there. So this one I would have to go towards in, like so. What does it look like? It looks like this. Maybe that can come out a bit. Really depends. Because the ear's coming in, right? The ear has to join up there too. I'm not really worried about this area because that's where the ear is going to come in. And so, getting there slowly. You have to really fatten up his head as well. Really got to shape up his cheekbones and stuff like that. We're going to have to really polish this up once we're done filling up his poly loops. Alright, so this one, one more time and then we'll go that way. This is like the back of his muscle group here, so kind of just bring it in like this, not too much. This can really determine how thick that will be, and looks like we'll have to manage this part a little bit better as well, because we can divide this area here and then we can eventually bring this whole edge way down to fit the skull area a bit more, and by dividing this here it will give us more polygroups to work with towards the ear. That's what I'm talking about, is coming down like this maybe. We'll bring her down and we'll work in that muscle group again. Alright, so leave that up that way and we'll fix that up later. Maybe we can now bring this in a bit more to get that skull look like. Looks like a skull, I think. It's under the skin. Alright, so we'll worry about that later. Let's just close this loop up here. And really soften it out and really push it out towards the neck. And this part becomes the, oops, like this, okay? Let's turn that off. This will give us that nice good loop this way. I think I think I did it right. And then this comes in like this, I believe. And maybe bring it back out. Who knows? It could be wrong. Almost. It almost worked. Okay, so maybe I can bring this out now, sort of like this. Looks like this part of the back of the muscle here really comes out. Really depends on who's who here. Okay. Turn all that back on. Bring this out. Match the back muscle. I'm looking at this area here. Just enough. That might work. And maybe bring this out, sort of like that. Maybe. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Now this area looks kind of fishy, right? I'm gonna have to fix that later. Okay. Oh yeah, looks fishy. You can always eyeball it, what it might look like later. We don't have to really follow this reference, as long as it looks like a neck area. Okay, this is as far as we're gonna go. And then all we do now is just close it off on the back of the neck area. And we'll do that now. Let's bring this back up over there. And then just to close her up. Where do we start? How much is there? 6. 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Close her up. Let's go 2 at a time. Make things faster. I believe this is skull area and deep in the skin, so it comes in just a bit. Repeat the process. Interesting. Okay, now what I want to do is really push it out this way towards the shoulder area. So what we're going to do is somehow fake that up. Maybe, I don't know, like this. And somehow it's going to come out like that, right? But we still have to figure out this area. goes deep in the shoulder. Center it like this. Wondering if that will work. Bring that down. Whoa, what happened here? What's going on? Let's go like this. Let's see, where does that go? Does that go here? Headaches. That's one weird neck. Oh, geez. Just really push it out, and eventually you can toy with it later. That looks really messed up, by the way. Is it because I have it too far back? Not sure. Anyways, let's continue on. You know what? I think I'm going too far. Just want to keep things simple, right? Don't want to do a whole body now. I'm like, who'd want a tutorial on modeling a human body? That's just crazy talk. Make things simple. Okay, so roughly we got in that area. This Adam's apple, but won't rely on that too much. Okay. His chin is foobar. We have a really flat looking head in the back. So let's fix that up right now by adding that divided edge I was talking about earlier. Going by here, and as you can see, it's going to go right towards into the eye, which will also benefit more detail in the corner here. So right click, connect that. Okay, so we got a lot of editing to do. Make sure you take this edge off, because when you go this way, it's only going to affect that area, not the part, because that might screw up your symmetry. So we're just going to move it just slightly, like that. Okay, that's all we need to do. and let's just do it one by one. Okay, just make it round, even it up. Again, don't worry about this area, this is going to be the ear. This part's going to be really weird looking. Let's see. Should come in like that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go as far as this at the moment. It's getting late. It's past my bedtime. I should be sleeping. But next video tutorial, I think we will attach the ear, and soon after we attach the ear, we will then polish up the flow of the face, because right now there's major issues going on. And what I'm talking about is this area here. I mean, like, it may look nice, but it could be improved big time. And we got to clean up this area here and give them more volume towards the face area and towards the mouth. Okay, we may be adding more or subtracting, and that will conclude my video tutorials. Some are asking to make unwrapping. Maybe I will consider that and think about it, but yeah, I'll make another one soon after. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this one, and good night.